Hi guys, how's it going? My name's Greg Walkinshaw and I play drums in a band called Fatherson, and we're just kind of going to have a quick sort of chat through my setup before we play our headline show in Glasgow at the Barrowlands. My drum kit is from a company called Highwood Drums based down in Wakefield, north of England. It's a 1976 vintage kit. Gareth at Highwood kind of found a job lot of drums a few years ago and managed to sort of do them up and renovate them to bring them up to a nice sort of standard. So I managed to get a 12-inch rack tom, 14-inch floor tom and 22 by 14-inch kick drum. I just got them for the start of this tour and the run. You know, they sound really, really great. A nice sort of warm vintage sound without too much sort of ringing and bleeding. A nice sort of dead, warm sound, which really kind of suits the sort of sound that I go for in general. Snare drum, I'm playing a Tama snare drum actually. It's a 14 by 5.5 Star Classic Babinga wood. I've sort of played with snare drums for a long time now, but found that the Tama is just really, really dependable. You can crank it up and you can crank it down. Yeah, it sounds slamming. I love it. I love it. I've had it for so long, and it kind of sat in my lockup for a wee while, and then I sort of brung it out one day. I was like, man, why am I not playing this? It sounds great. Cymbals wise, I play Sabian cymbals. The guys have been really, really good to me, so I've got a few to choose from, but for this tour I've kind of kept it quite a simple setup just to basically just keep it easy for everyone. My hi-hats, I'm playing the 16-inch AA Explosion hi-hats. Just 16-inch hi-hats, I love them so much. They've got so much kind of wash. They sort of, yeah, they just sort of wash over things in the place that a crash cymbal normally would. Crash cymbal, I'm playing the AAX ISO crash. I've sort of struggled with my left-hand crash for a long time, but this one really kind of suits what we're doing. The vents in it kind of open it up a lot faster than traditional sort of bigger cymbals usually do. It usually takes a few hits to really get them to open up, but the ISO really kind of does that for me. And then ride cymbal, I'm playing the 24-inch AA bass ride. I love this cymbal. It does absolutely everything that I want a sort of my main sort of crash and ride cymbal to do. It's got a nice ping to it. It opens up a lot quicker than a 24-inch really should, but yeah, I think it sounds really, really good. I don't know, I've never played another cymbal like it, to be honest. It's great. Yeah, so and hardware wise, I've kind of got a bit of a mix up. I'm kind of between Pearl and DW. At the moment, my kick pedal, I'm playing a DW 5000. It's really the standard pedal. I got used to it and I've been offered other pedals since, but I just love the way that one feels. It's really dependable, never had any issues with it, and yeah, it's great. Drum heads, I play Remo heads, so I'm playing Emperors on the toms. I've actually tried out Emperor X on the floor tom. I'm still trying to find out where this kit sits best, and my playing, I play a lot of floor tom bass grooves, so the Emperor X actually it lasts a little bit longer and it brings a bit more control to the floor tom. Emperor on the rack tom sounds great. You always know where you're at. And on snare drum, I'm playing the Powerstroke P77. It's quite a new line head from Remo, but as soon as I got it, I never ever want to play any other head on snare drums. It's just like so easy to tune, so versatile, lasts a long time, and yeah, it sounds great. I love them. On the kick drum, I'm playing Powerstroke 3. Got a couple of pillows in there, and it just kind of keeps the tone. You don't lose much of the bass from it. Actually, it sounds great. Electronic wise, I'm running an SPD SX for the sort of bits of electronics that we've got, and we run some tracks and stuff like that off it as well. And drumsticks, I play Vators. I'm using the 5As, just the Los Angeles 5As. Great. I was a 5B guy for a while, but the control that you get from the 5As and they certainly work for my style of playing best. Yeah, I guess I'd just like to thank Gareth at Highwood Drums for this kit that he sorted out. He's really looked after me, and we've worked together to find the best sort of sound that suits this band, so he's been a really good supporter.